I want to say it's disappointing to lose games on the road, but I think of the 4 games on the road, I think defensively, intensity, this was the best one right here. But this was just a very good defensive team in Sam Houston State that comes in second in the league. But early on, it was just trying to get guys into a rhythm. Brandon came in, played his game, but tried to find other guys to come up with, and it was a tough outing today.
Well, it was. We've got to put this in perspective very quickly so that we can move on to the next thing. There's no satisfaction. No one's happy, of course, in the locker room. Guys are very disappointed, but we held them to 54 points and put them on the line a couple of times late. Defensively, I'm very happy. They've lost here a week ago, 10 days ago, to Stephen F. Austin. I think the final was 55-51. Nichols held them to 52. We hold them to 54. So from a defensive standpoint, we did a beautiful job, and it got better as the game went on, and we needed it to. The biggest problem is 15 points and a half. And just some really tough sledding there. Roosevelt not being in total foul trouble all night, and it took us, even still, it took us a long time to get the block out in the second half that we needed to. They were up 20-9 and rebounding in the first half. I don't know how it ended, but 25-39. So they kept the margin, but at least it was better. We went from 9 to 25. And I thought our post defense got better as the game went on, and we finally started making the big guy. We were just playing behind, so not what we wanted, of course. But by and large, the defensive focus and what is necessary to win games in this league was just fine. It became very apparent to us. The one guy who had it today was Brandon Fortenberry, and we tried to ride him, and in the second half, he was able to deliver the mail pretty well, and we just spread the floor out and put them in an uncomfortable situation. It's very apparent as we go through the second time in the league, people are prepared for some of our sets. We had a set play that we ran with Dre, getting a handoff back and using a ball screen. That hurt them quite a bit the first time a month ago. We ran it once tonight, and they blitzed him and double-teamed him, and he ended up turning the ball over. So they're ready for our stuff. But offensively, it just took us a long time, and we missed some opportunities. And, I'm trying to look at it as this team's still very much learning. As we get into the final weeks of the season, we're still learning. Roosevelt's got to get comfortable, and I hope I can convince him before this season's over. He's got to feel his way through the double and the triple teams, and he didn't tonight, and he had some skip passes. He could have made some passes out of the post, which would have been very nice, very helpful. And I think the most important thing we do on Monday is do some film stuff. We need to look at ourselves instead of our upcoming opponents, and we need to kind of know ourselves as we get ready for McNeese. But I agree. I think the buy-in defensively was good. It would have been very easy for us to collapse because we couldn't score so long. But every time we got close, give them credit for doing a play or two that they needed. James Thomas was just a whirling dervish out there, did a great job for them, and kind of kept us at bay. And we come up short. I'm just very glad to get this 2-week road trip over with, 4 games. We were in the McNeese game, but we never really deserved to win. We went to Winthrop and played well for about 28 minutes, and then finally kind of collapsed and didn't score again. And Brandon did not show up, and I'm trying to do things to help him get shots and space so that he can be effective, which I thought we did well today. I thought we played really well for about 30 minutes the other night in a game that was extremely ugly and physical, and it looked like we had all kinds of opportunities, but we did a bunch of dumb things defensively that were unlike us. Again, cost us a game on Thursday night. And tonight may have been the most complete game we played, sans the offense. Second half, we scored 30 points. We put them on the line a couple of times late. Really, we controlled the second half beautifully, but we couldn't do anything to make a dent in the first half, and they won that one. It was enough for them to hold on and beat us. So get this thing out from behind us, and now it's a 2-game season, and we're really lucky, blessed to have 2 games at home, senior day coming up, and if we can take care of business at home, which we've been pretty good at, we're going to win 2 games, and we're going to be the 4th seed.
Well, I mean, when you look at it here, it's you're 8-8 in league play. Sam Houston State's 8-8, but like we said before, they've got to go on the road.
They've got to beat Stephen F.
And of course, if Nichols State can get into this business now, also, but Good thing you've got the tiebreaker over them. So if it comes to a three-way tie, you get it by virtue of a 3-1 record.
Let's not forget either. I think it's important. I'm not going to necessarily, I don't know if we'll talk to the team, but McNeese is coming on strong down the stretch, and that game Thursday night becomes huge. We beat them. We eventually pushed them out. We got the sweep over Nichols, and now Sam has a lot of work to do with Northwestern State and Stephen F. Austin on the road. And a win Thursday starts the ball rolling, and then we just got to take care of Lamar on Senior Day. So it's very doable. You know, only 5 teams, I think, in the last 20-some years, perhaps. I don't know, maybe no team in the 90s, but in the last 20 years, so only 5 Southeastern teams have ever won double-digit wins in conference play. Now, Billy had 2. We've had 2 here. We have the chance to do it again. And it would serve us well to get into that 4th spot, give ourselves an extra day of rest and preparation, and see if we can do some damage. And again, if I can just keep these guys focusing, learning, buying in. They had a great approach today after a real disappointing loss and being beaten up and everything. They had a really good approach. And, you know, as frustrated as I've been with them, and the learning curve, you wonder sometimes if it's ever going to kick in some regards. They have been pretty, you know, I enjoy working with them. I just like to see us get a little bit more payoff. You know, today you needed someone else to come up, and Roosevelt with 4 points, and Jeff Ricard did a pretty good job with 8, hitting some big shots, but nobody else really came through. Trey Evans didn't give us very much, and Ochi didn't give us anything off the bench, and, you know, that's just, you know, credit to them, not taking anything away from them, but, you know, in a game like this, and I thought we did it well a couple of weeks ago with Stephen F. Austin, you just at some point you just got to go. You just got to you got to make the referees call a block or a charge. We did that to begin the second half, and the whole tone of the game changed. Roger came in there and knocked down 2 guys like bowling pins and scored. And Brandon was attacking. I thought he settled for that 1-3 when we really had a nice run with plenty of time on the clock. He took a long 3. I think keep attacking, keep attacking, keep attacking. So, you know, frustrating day, but again, I think we're pretty good at home. I'm looking forward to getting back into the friendly confines of the UC. I hope our fans will come out and support us and give a couple of seniors, in particular, a guy like Brandon Fortenberry, who's one of the all-time best here, a proper send-off on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. But first things first, McNeese will be no pushover. They're playing well. They just beat Oral Roberts at home. It will be a really, you know, but if we play with this kind of intensity, I think we'll be okay. But it's going to take that, and we're going to have to do a really good job. But I think it's very, very doable, but hopefully we can get it started on Thursday night.
Well, Coach, after about 3,000 miles on the road the past 2 weeks, cash in the frequent bus miles starting on Monday and get ready for McNeese in Central Arkansas coming up.
Lake Charles to Charlotte, Charlotte to Corpus Christi, Corpus Christi to Huntsville, Huntsville back to Hammond tonight. So we've crisscrossed the Southeast United States pretty well on the bus.
And you can call us the Traveling Wilburys. It's head coach Jim Yarbrough here.